Today, we're talking first aid. Welcome back, guys and gals, and welcome if you guys are new. This is Matty Outdoors. I am Matty. My channel is all about hiking and backpacking. I love backpacking gear. I'm into hammock camping, and I'm Canadian. So I go to some banging places in Canadian Rockies. If that sounds cool to you, consider clicking on that subscribe button. And like I said, today, we're talking about first aid. I just got back from a trip, and as I always do, you do the bag dump at home, you go through all your stuff. I used a little bit of stuff out of my first aid kit on this trip. I was taking a couple Advil, so I just pulled my first aid kit out to replenish my Advil, and realized it's been about a year and a bit since I did a video on my first aid kit, and it has changed quite a bit since that video. So I thought I would rip this thing apart, go through it, kind of give you guys an idea what I've got in here. If you guys have followed my channel for a bit, you guys have probably realized I'm far from ultralight. I'll fully admit that, but I am very weight conscious about the stuff that I carry with me in my pack. And my first aid kit is one of those things. It took me a long time to pare this down a little bit. I mean, up until a couple months ago, I was hauling around a first aid kit that was well over a pound. My first aid kit, as it sits now, is 196 grams or 7 ounces. It's just a very lightweight still stuff sack. That was one of the first things I changed. Is I got rid of the big burly like zippered pouch I was carrying my first aid stuff in. So first thing I carry on the very top, first thing I'm most likely going to use is my pills. I know this is probably going to drive some people nuts, but I know exactly what's in here. I've got some Benadryl in here, I've got Tums, I've got Advil, and I've got some aspirin. That's the only thing I carry for pills, and you know, it's my own personal first aid kit. I'm perfectly fine carrying all my pills together in a Ziploc bag. If that bothers you, I'm really sorry, but that's just how I do it. Next thing that comes in my pack, this little baggie here, I've got this broken down. This is all my bandages. I've got some gauze, some medical tape. I do still carry a tampon because they are ridiculously absorbent. I got some polysporin. I carry my spare Big Mini in here. I've got some nitrile gloves. I've got some crazy glue in there as well. I've got my tweezers in here. A little bit of gear repair tape just because it's in this little plastic bag to keep it safe, and I didn't really have any other place to put it. That gear repair tape I can use for, you know, if I get a hole in my tarp or a hole in my jacket or whatever. I've also got a little pair of scissors in here, and yeah, that's what's in this little bag. In my other kit, I had this section broken down into 2 separate bags. There's basically just twice as much of everything. I kind of just realized I didn't need that much stuff, so that's what I've got this pared down into. And then this little baggie here, this has got my Leuko tape, whereas before I was literally carrying the entire roll of Leuko tape. Now I've just got it pared down into this little strip that I've got cut and placed on an old gift card. In here, I've got my ointment type stuff. So I've got some alcohol wipes, some burn gels, some blister gels. I've got some Afterbite in here. I've also got a couple extra things of Benadryl in here, just because that's stuff I can use for the dogs as well. And then the last thing I carry, well, one of the last things I carry in my first aid kit, I carry a spare cap for my water bottle. I picked that tip up from Syntax 77. I saw one of his videos. I thought that's a ridiculously smart thing to do, so I threw an extra cap in there because I have actually busted a sports cap on my smart bottles, and I was glad that I've been carrying this extra cap. And the last thing that I carry in my first aid kit that I added this year is I started carrying a roll of this vet wrap stuff. I picked this up on Amazon, ridiculously cheap. It's something for the dogs, but I can also use this for myself as well. It's a bandage that basically adheres to itself. So where it's really good, like if Wanda cuts her paw up or whatever and I had to wrap something, I can use this and I know it's not going to stick to her fur. So that's why I'm carrying that. And yeah, that is basically it. That's what's in my first aid kit. I basically just got rid of half of everything. I realized I barely ever need to go into this thing, so I probably didn't need to carry like 30 Band-Aids. You know, I'm only carrying about 5 or 6 now, and I didn't need to carry the entire roll of Leuko tape. I've just got, you know, a little strip about that long. And since I made this switch to trail runners, I have yet to deal with a blister issue. So, you know, that's basically just for my knees if I ever do need to tape them. And I really haven't actually had to tape my knees in much in the last couple of years, which is huge for me. So yeah, that's it, guys. Something quick. I was just going through my gear and I realized I hadn't done an updated video on my first aid kit. I've seen a couple other of the outdoor YouTubers putting out their first aid kit videos, so I kind of thought maybe I'll jump on that train, kind of throw my name into the hat. So anyways, that's what's in my first aid kit, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop me comments down below. I'll love to help you guys out if I can. And, you know, as always, guys, I am Matty. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.